I saw some crazy shit on my timeline. I don't think I should share. I don't think I can share. Um, so for anyone who missed it, Tectone said, "You know, I really like this tripling down thing that Pirate Software is doing. I should do this too." And he decided to write an essay. Well, I haven't read it in its entirety yet, so I'll decide if he actually wrote it by the time, after we finish reading it. Because we all know that that one post that he made was absolutely not written by him, but we'll see. Then he also decided to do a stream on it. So I can't resist. And I will be watching this. Let's go, shall we? I hate that I even have to make this post, but I can't stay silent anymore. Oh, sorry. For anyone who doesn't know, there might be some new people in here. One's if you don't know anything about Tectone. Two, if you know what we're talking about. I want to get an idea of how many people in here. Two, sadly, yeah. So, for anyone who is sort of new here or doesn't really know anything about Tectone, he had some very serious allegations levied against him. Predominantly financial abuse, uh, mental abuse, like psychological abuse, and sexual abuse allegations against him by his ex-girlfriend. And she didn't specify that it was him, but immediately after making her post was written as like a descriptor of what abuse looks like in a relationship. And it was like a year after they'd broken up. And it was her talking about how she's recovering now from having been in a really bad place. Let me see if I can. Let me. Let me find it. Common OTKL. Unfortunately, common OTKL. Um, One moment. This is probably a little while ago, so I'm trying to find the post. One second. A lot of really cute photos of her cat. She made this post almost 2 months ago, very close to 2 months ago, saying, "How are you supposed to feel if a guy is abusive and makes you cry and shoves your head on his crotch, demands that you suck him off, and his excuses, emotions just turn me on when you cry, or when you are asking that you don't feel comfortable doing something sexual and he records you, demands you stop making faces and pretend to like it, or you say you don't want to do it anymore, shoves your head down until you throw up, guilt trips you into giving him blowjobs and says, do your job because you don't pay rent. I took you to a water park, you owe me. So all you can do is sleep upstairs because you know what he's going to keep telling you to do. Doesn't touch you, doesn't have sex with you, just keeps you around as a blowjob machine and degrades you, makes you feel ugly. Don't wear baggy clothes, straighten your hair, at least wear eyeliner around the house. Your self-worth is totally crushed. I hate that people warned me and I didn't listen because I was so manipulated. I hate that I was lied to, and another girl who went through way worse was trying to come forward. Me and her are on good terms now, but I should have listened. When you're in it, you feel really blind to reason. And I see some comments that are worried. I just want to let you know that I'm out and I have my own place and I'm safe. I don't want anyone to worry. I've just been taking it one day at a time since this." So she was opening up about like her experience, which I know that like um I know of at least like one friend who has felt, sorry, let me rephrase the statement. I think a lot of content creators, especially female content creators, but not only female content creators, feel like it's important to use their platform to talk about difficult topics with other people or to their audience and to show people what, in this instance, for example, abuse looks like. And that the hope is that if even one person sees your post or sees you talk about something and it helps them get out of their situation, then it was worth it, right? And for a lot of other content creators as well, it just is very freeing to get it off your chest, right? Well, she said this stuff. Tectone immediately was like, well, this is about me, obviously. But I didn't do any of this stuff. And I'm a great guy, and I'm a great partner, and I'm an amazing person. I'm a great boyfriend. I was a great husband until I was divorced, and I'm a wonderful person in every regard. Which is a crazy response, and the internet made fun of him pretty relentlessly because he's so obviously an asshole. He then had his contract expire with OTK and then chose not to renew it. Sorry, he says he chose not to renew it. He chose not to renew a contract for one of the largest content orgs on Twitch. He also stated that he lost a lot of sponsors and lost a lot of money because of these allegations against him. But he chose not to renew it. It was definitely that. It was definitely that he was like, listen, guys, because I'm such a great guy, I'm going to not renew this contract. That's given me unbelievable popularity and collaborations and money. I'm going to not do it. Okay, sure. Whatever you say, man. That's what you say. Sure, why not? Whatever you say, man. For some bizarre reason, everyone has basically stopped talking about this and now labels him as like a fucking creep and a weirdo. He needs to clear the record one last time. But I'm sure he'll clear it another 50 times. I hate that I even have to make this post, but I can't stay silent anymore. For nearly half a year, Pink has been subtweeting about me, spreading accusations that are completely untrue. I tried to handle this via the legal system, but Pink knows the loopholes in defamation cases. Oh my god, you know, if you tell the truth, it doesn't count as defamation? Who put this loophole in here? She avoids using my name so she can claim plausible deniability. That's, first of all, I just have to say, that is not how defamation works. It's not. We'll get into it later, but that's not how that works. If any reasonable person would have assumed that her post was about you, especially after you had more or less confirmed it, and then later posts from her had more or less confirmed it, that doesn't work anymore. This is a recent tweet. This came out like the day before yesterday. And I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but we were covering all the pirate software stuff. Her strategy has been to post vague comments about me, hoping others would connect the dots and stir things up, all to damage my reputation without taking any responsibility. Let me be clear, false accusations of rape or sexual assault are not just harmful, they're reprehensible. These are serious matters, and making false claims is beyond unforgivable. Every single accusation Pink has made against me is false. There are no police reports, no legal action. There's nothing to stand on. Now, I want to address some specific claims. Consensual interactions. Every intimate moment we shared was entirely consensual. There was never a time when you didn't fully engage or want to participate. I have messages to back this up, but out of respect for your privacy and because of the graphic nature, I won't share them unless absolutely necessary. Your bombshell here is that you'll leak sexting logs to prove that sometimes you guys engaged consensually? Okay. All right. My hesitation around sex. From the start, I was open with you about my past trauma. I told you I had been sexually assaulted and raped, which made it difficult for me to engage fully. For you to weaponize false sexual assault claims against someone with this history is inhumane. False sexual assault allegations are bad on their own. You don't need to weaponize your previous trauma. It sounds like you're bringing this up as a way to delegitimize actual criticisms against you. The NDA lie. You've implied that I used an NDA to silence someone about sexual assault allegations against me. That's legally impossible. NDAs can't prevent someone from reporting a crime. I don't think that Pink ever did this. I live under a rock. Did Tectone leave OTK? It seems like coincidental timing, but I don't know. He said his contract expired and he decided to not renew it. Out of the goodness of his heart, not wanting to bring additional drama to the good members of OTK, he chose to not renew the contract. Accusations of bullying you about autism. You've accused me of degrading you over your autism, which couldn't be further from the truth. I went out of my way to support you, sitting with you for hours to help navigate social situations or understand things you found confusing. I even used visual aids because I knew that worked better for you. I was always there for you. Oh, he definitely wrote this himself. Like, this is actually the most ableist way to talk about someone with autism. Like, this feels worse than calling an autistic person the arsler. Like, way to be totally patronizing. Holy shit. Oh my god. Cheating allegations. You've called me a cheater, but I've never cheated on anyone ever. I have been cheated on, however. I'm his defamation lawyer. Tectone, keep tweeting. Pink, let me remind you, throughout our entire relationship, we had at least one roommate, sometimes two, who were fully aware of everything going on between us. They saw how we interacted every day, and none of them ever witnessed any wrongdoing or abuse. Honestly, the worst thing anyone could say about me was that I didn't hold the door open for you one time at a hookah bar. That's it. This is insane to say. By the way, like, this is the most, like, bold-faced lie I've ever seen. This is crazy. Like, I don't know who you, I mean, like, I get that it's for his audience who's probably filled with, like, teenagers who've never been in a relationship, but, like, even in the best relationships, you will eventually do something that's a little bit worse than not holding the door open. There are people I know who have been in, like, at least decades long relationships that are very healthy, that are very happy together, and they've had shitty things that they've done. Unfortunately, people aren't perfect, and sometimes you're really stressed. Sometimes you've had a really hard work week. Sometimes you lost someone in your family, or you lost a pet, or you're just going through a really hard time, and this person that you're dating, or even your friends, you will snap at them because you're just not in the right mental space. I mean, you don't even have to have been in a relationship. If you just had a close friend for like a decade, you know that eventually, even if you spend enough time with someone, you will do something that is a little mean. And that's okay because people aren't perfect. Maybe you scream at them, maybe you say something that's just a little mean, maybe you break something of theirs, maybe you humiliate them in some way, but like we're people and the goal is to make that happen as little as possible. But even in the best relationships ever, you're gonna do something that's a little bit meaner than not hold the door open. The goal is that whatever you end up doing, you apologize for it and try your best to not do it again, and that you don't do it often. Accident is not the same as cycle of abuse. Yeah, I mean, and everybody's gonna make accidents. Like you're gonna go through hard shit in your life. You're gonna have a moment where you end up saying something to someone who's important to you, who's close to you, and you're like, oh man, wow, that was a really mean thing to say. Or fuck it, dude, like family members, like siblings. It's just it's just a thing that happens because you're a human being and you can't be perfect all the time. And sometimes you fuck up. To pretend like I'm literally a saint and I've never done anything bad ever. I didn't hold the door open once. That's so bold faced. That's such a bold faced lie. I can't believe anyone is even going to attempt to believe this. What? What? Me when the job recruiter tells me what's my biggest flaw. Working too hard. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Your friends also knew about your struggles and they tried to help you just like I did. We were there for you. And after your stay in the mental hospital, when your mental health took a turn, weaponizing the fact that she had to go to a mental hospital, whatever that means in this context. Okay, yeah, for sure. We supported you as best as we could while we were trying out different medications, experimenting and searching for what worked. But Pink, your constant trauma dumping and complaining took a toll on all of us. It drained our emotional energy to the point where it was really hard to be around you. He like can't stop. Like maybe he's just like a really good what's the term? Actors that get into the character. No, method actor. He's either like an abuser or the world's craziest method actor for an abuser. To make a sentence in here that says, I took care of you even when you were a hysterical mess that nobody else liked is crazy. That's crazy to say that. When our relationship ended, I tried to handle things respectfully, but your behavior spiraled since then. You've caused me to lose friends, money, family connections, and even feel unsafe in public, all because of a false narrative you've pushed. I kept every piece of evidence, text, videos, everything from our time together. I don't want to share it, but I will if I have no other choice. If you have proof of your claims, show it, and I'll respond with mine. Why would she? What, so she can convince your audience that admires and respects and loves you entirely and will never listen to any point of contention ever? Huh? I have no words for this. Sorry, to be very clear, let me explain what I'm trying to say. When I say the statement, why should she or why would she? I'm saying POV, your Tectone and your abusive ex girlfriend that's trying to ruin your life has managed to successfully lose you sponsorships and friends off. Sorry. I have to be very clear about this statement. So I'm going to write it down. Okay. in Tectone's world. In your universe, where your ex-girlfriend is a totally horrible person, that's the world that you've invented in your brain. Why would she do it now? Like, what's your end game here? Who are you going to successfully convince because she doesn't succumb to your will? Not why would she prove that you sexually assaulted her, because I do think that there is some burden of proof on accusers to show evidence of or proof of some type of verbal, physical, sexual abuse or whatever. But rather, from your point of view, it doesn't, what you're requesting from her doesn't even make any sense. It only makes sense if you think you can bully her into doing what you want, which is more telling on your behavior and your worldview than it is anything else. It doesn't make any fucking sense for her to do this. This is just another veiled threat. That's it. You're trying to put the ball in her court to make her respond, but you haven't effectively proven why she should, except unless, of course, you think you have any power over her, which speaks poorly on you. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? Is it so weird in this post he's not denying what happened, or did I miss that part? I mean, he said, I've never done anything wrong ever, except I didn't hold the door once, which is just like insane to say. It's crazy. And yeah, we can watch the VOD. We can watch the VOD and let him explain himself. I'm sure he has a lot to say. Okay. This is like the most bullshit ass thing a self-called male feminist says when they've been accused of sexual assault. Yes. This is like, yes. All right. Let's, also, so much of this is like very transparent. Like saying that she went to a mental hospital is so obviously an attempt to like, one, degrade her, but two, to decredit her retelling of events, to make her a less credible narrator. Discredit her. Thank you. Not decredit, discredit.
Hispanic? He got the pass though. Where do you buy that shit, man? Where do you buy that? That's what I need to know. You have, oh, hey yo, when you came bowling on your birthday, I had no idea.
Also, this chat message was a really good one. He promised he had kept logs of everything in the relationship like a totally normal, innocent guy, and that he would sue because he has all of the evidence. Sure.
Yeah, you were a streamer. Yeah, I know, man. That's why it's funny as fuck. And not only am I a streamer, I'm one of the top 100 English-speaking streamers on the planet. That's why I thought it was funny as fuck. Anyways, man, you were great at the bowling alley.
On Twitch. But
and okay. I wish you nothing but the best for your, streaming career. It's hilarious. Also, W that guy, chat. W that guy. Yeah, it was fun. I went to this place for bowling on my birthday. And this dude was telling me, like, how to make it as a streamer. And I thought that shit was so funny. So I talked to him about that shit for like 30 minutes. It was so funny. It was awesome, though. It was awesome. Yeah. So what you don't get even more, man, is that whole group were streamers. That whole fucking group. Yeah, like huge streamers. That's what was so funny. But yeah, man, you keep doing your thing, man. You looked high as fuck last time you went live. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, good morning, man. Good morning. Guys, Guys, are you gonna take his advice? Yep, absolutely. He said just shoot up every time before you go live, man. We got a lot of shit to talk about. And we probably ain't gonna talk about it once. We're probably gonna talk about it multiple times. At the same shirt from yesterday? Yes, it is, because I'm not a dirty man. So I can wear the same shirt more than once in a row. Yep. Bro gave advice, taking now has 4K viewers. Coincidence? No, I don't think so, but I think it's very intentional. We got a lot of things we gotta talk about. Yep. And we'll probably talk about it twice. Yeah, we're probably going to talk about this shit twice. Just being real. Yeah, super important to me. But yeah, what are those things? Well, we're going to talk about everything that happened with Pink Chew. Okay? Yep. We're going to talk about that shit. Yep. Super important. Ping Discord. I forgot to ping Discord. Hold on, let me ping him. Yeah, we're gonna talk about all that shit, and then hopefully, unless she says something, then we'll move forward. But she won't, and if she does, well, that's not good for her either, because she has no legs to stay on because everything she's talking about is complete bullshit. Yep, and she's a bitter ex who's upset because I moved on a little bit too quick. Sorry, buddy, I got places to...
What's up? Tectone on the rack, LMAO.
Famously, good people always say that the reason their ex is mad is because they moved on too quick. Rev, thank you for the 2 months.
To be. As far as I'm concerned, guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, when you break up with somebody, that means you can start seeking new girlfriends. Am I crazy or no? Yep. Hey, what do you want me to say? Listen, when you've broken up, it's fucking fair game. There is no, you have to wait 3 months. You have to wait 2 months. Bitch, no, I don't. No, I fucking don't. Why the fuck would I? All right. When are you dating someone? It's of no business to anybody what I'm doing with my personal life. It's of no business. Okay? It's just not. It's just not.
Okay? Does he always talk like this? No. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes. Why does he talk like he's perpetually stuck introducing fighters in a ring? I would like to know the answer to that as well. And if you find out, please let me know, please. I've said it before in passing, but I actually do think it's way bigger of a red flag to be like a serial relationship hopper than it is to like not have been in a relationship until you're like 30 or 35 or sometimes even depending on your circumstances 40. Because I know of people who have been single for a very long time because they spent a lot of time on their career or, oh, hi, Ben, or they spent a lot of time taking care of family that is either sick or just needs more assistance, or spent a lot of time traveling and trying to experience, for example, their 20s by themselves to get to know themselves. I think it's way more of a red flag if, like, the second your relationship ends, you immediately jump into another relationship. And if you are doing this, there's probably, I feel like, something that you should address in your life. Why you feel the need to constantly be in another relationship, especially if these relationships are super short.
It doesn't matter what the fuck I'm doing. And y'all shouldn't even fucking worry about that
I'm serially
shit.
Single for years because of work and school,
guys.
yeah.
I'm a good looking dude. I'm fun to talk to. I'm very caring. Let's be real. I'm a multimillionaire.
He listed a bunch of things that he's not.
If I want to get a girlfriend, I can fucking get one. All right, let's go ahead and talk. Yes, guys, I'm dating Laurel. Obviously, everybody.
Listen, girly pop, you should just, there's no reason to lie, okay? We can all see what you look like. All right, like, Someone in chat wrote, "This is the Chad version of an incel," and that's a crazy message. That's a crazy. It's like it's very on point, very on brand, dude. That's crazy. Oh my god, dude. This is actually low key kind of like my one of my favorite types of chatters. This chatter waited 3 years, well, closer to 2 years, to cook up a message that was so good.
Everybody knows that. All right. Let's go ahead and talk here, boys. All right. We're going to talk about this hopefully once, twice this stream. Done with it. And I'm moving on. And I don't want to hear anymore. And I will probably make one
Greatness
YouTube video.
isn't rushed, yeah.
I'll probably make one YouTube video vaguely acknowledge.
Thank you for the gifts up to that chatter. Thank you. Oh my god. Fellini, thank you for the 3 years. Whoa. I don't know what a Tectone is, but I want to say congrats and great job cleaning up the Christmas tree this year. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really proud of myself. I saw such a good quote the other day. Don't entertain the man who wants a wife and child. Look for a man who wants to be a husband and father. Guess which one this guy is. It's a really good quote. Kodahara, thank you for the 15 months. Thank you. Dude, opening my stream and being like, oh boy, a fun denim stream, and then seeing what's on the screen. Not this fucking piece of shit again. I'm so sorry.
Acknowledging this and how disappointed I am for specific gacha creators who weighed in on this without any knowledge whatsoever in a way to attempt to character assassinate me, i.e. Ziox and Zajeff. Yes, I will be talking about that in a future YouTube video that I will most likely be making offline, and fuck them both for doing that shit. They're both pieces of shit. Now let's go ahead and talk about this shit real quick, okay? We're going to get in here. First of all, I would like to say, here's the post. I would like to say the amount of support that I've gotten on this tweet is fucking ridiculous. Thank you guys. 1,000 likes in a fucking hour and a fucking shit ton of retweets. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you guys for retweeting. Thank you guys for liking this shit. I really appreciate that. Y'all's support means the fucking world to me. And I hate how this shit goes. But to be honest, it's kind of just like the more likes I get, the more right I am. You know what I mean? So it's fucking ridiculous. I hate this shit. I hate doing this shit publicly. I wanted to do this shit legally, but Pink's doing some scummy ass shit where you can check this for yourself. It's very important. It's very scummy shit that she's doing. So let's talk about it. Okay? We're going to go through this whole post, and then we're going to do a small Q&A afterwards. Okay? Sound fair?
I just wanted to join this
Sound fair?
train.
Yep. Sound fair? Cool. Once again, we'll probably address this one more time this stream, and then okay, well, now that Mr. Pokey has raided me, we will be addressing this one time. Mr. Pokey, thank you so much for the fucking raid. Thank you so fucking much. I'm letting you guys know that what's happening right now on stream. No, did you rate it a bad time? No, you actually rated it a perfect time. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and clear my name real quick. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and clear my name real quick of all the bullshit that's been spewed at me for the past 2 months, and then we're going to move forward. Yeah, Mr. Pokey, thank you, man. Thank you very much. For real. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob. Welcome, villagers. So, yeah, what we're talking about is the pink chew shit. Yep, we're doing that right now. I might talk about this one more time this stream. We'll see. I'd like to just talk about this shit, then move forward, but we'll see how it goes. Okay? Yep. We're going to talk about all this shit. Okay? Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. So, here we go. Finally. Yep, here we go. So, in case you guys don't know, let me send you some groundworks. This post will cover everything, and if you have any questions after this, please ask. Okay? Your questions help tremendously because I need to know what you guys, aka the public, think. Okay? Because I don't want the public to have any questions in here that I didn't answer. Okay?
Guys, who muted my microphone? Was it you? It was you, wasn't it? Sorry. What I was saying was I like how many people have hopped in here and said their first message in chat was Why does he talk like that?
And I'm going to explain to you why I've done everything the exact way that I've done it. Okay? Now, I'm going to go through all this. You guys let me know if this makes sense. You guys let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. Might as well just stick to anime women. It's hard, man, because butts in real life feel really nice. Here we go. So in case you guys don't know, I broke up with my ex-girlfriend about 7 months ago. Let me be perfectly clear about this. I broke up with her. I don't want to explain what happened. Okay, let me be very as specific as I possibly can. I broke up with a girl called Pink Chew. She's an OnlyFans model. Due to something that she said to me,
Nice little
I was obligated.
nice little virtue signal to your audience. She was an OnlyFans model. You guys can hate her. You guys can hate her now. Go ahead. Come on. Come on. Do the thing. Come on. I'm glad you had to specify that really quickly.
Obligated to get back in a relationship with her. After that, about 2 weeks later, she broke up with me like I wanted it to happen. Now, I'm not going to say what it was, but she told me something where I felt like I had to get back together with her. I don't really want to go into that. People in my household know what it was. People outside of my household know what it was. I don't feel like making it public. I don't. I didn't want any of this to be public because it's fucking uncomfortable. Okay? Sure wonder what it was. But I don't really feel like talking about it. I'm going to continue here. Okay? Anyways, broke up with a chick about 7 months ago. Never made the relationship public because I don't like being in public relationships. If I'm ever going to be in a public relationship, it is because I have engaged someone or I have married someone. Okay, my dating life is of it's nobody's business, okay? It's weird. I don't feel like farming that shit on stream. I don't feel like farming parasocial, be like, oh, dude, you gotta switch girl.
Guy who literally just started farming parasocial behaviors. I just don't want to farm parasocial behaviors. Then why did you just do it?
Tectone's dating
Okay,
today.
sure,
Oh my
yeah, whatever,
God,
man.
who will he pick? Who will he pick? Works for other people. I don't want to do that. It's not of interest to me. Okay, I like going live and playing video games and talking about retards on the internet. Okay? Once again, okay? Okay, and guys, it wasn't her saying that she's pregnant. That's not a thing, okay? I have never had sex with Pink, okay? Never once had intercourse, okay? We did other things, but I never had intercourse, okay? Now let's continue. All right. Let's continue here, okay? All right. Anyways, blowjob machine. Here we go. I hate to.
Excellent. Makes a joke about her description of you being accurate. Okay, yeah, for sure. This is making you look really good. Tectone, this is your defamation lawyer speaking. Keep going. Keep going. Yes.
Oh, God, sorry. This
You're
is really
eating,
fucking
you're
stressful. Just give me a
eating.
second. I just need to fucking lock in. Okay, let me just lock in here real quick. All right, here we go. I hate that I even have to make this post, but I can't stay silent anymore. For nearly half a year, Ping has been subtweeting about me, spreading accusations that are completely untrue. I try to handle this via the legal system, but Pink knows the loopholes in defamation cases. She avoids using my name so she can claim plausible deniability. Her strategy has been to post vague comments about me, hoping others would connect the dots and stir things up, all to damage my reputation without taking any responsibility. Let me be clear, false accusations of rape or sexual assault are not just harmful, they're reprehensible. These are serious matters, and making false claims is beyond forgivable. Okay? If you go through Pink's post, she does not say my name a single time. Of the posts where she has said my name, she's since deleted them and wasn't coming after me for cases of this severity. But for all the very serious, severe claims she's made, she has not said my name a single time. That is not by coincidence. That is by design. She has known, due to her pre-existing lawsuits with other people, that that is what you can do. And her lawyers, because I know them, because I helped her get one, has advised her that if you don't say the person's name, you can say whatever the fuck you want. And she would go around my house saying that all the time. Saying, I can say whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. I just won't say their name. It was so much fun.
That's not how defamation works. That's not how defamation lawsuits work at all. No. 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 When would this ever happen in a real fucking world, in a real fucking relationship? Let him finish.
And now that's coming at me. What a blast. I love it. So she is saying whatever the fuck she wants because she knows my reputation on the internet. She knows my relationship with people on the internet that people also don't like and how people will come at me for anything and everything because of who I am and the reputation that I have. She knows people are looking for any reason to cancel me, so she figured if she would just vague post, which took her about 6 months to get one to pick up, here we are today. It's very hard to go to.
Are you the ex-girlfriend? Don't be ridiculous. I would never date someone who's bad at video games. That's the meanest message I've ever received in my chat ever. Don't be fucking disgusting. Christ. Especially not someone addicted to gacha games. Jesus Christ. Listen, honey, babe, you want to spend as much money as you want on the Marvel Rival skin? Of course, whatever you want. But you better get Celestial this rank or I'm divorcing you. Okay, honey? Okay. Okay, you can go ahead and swipe. Gacha games? No. Blech. Blech. Don't be disgusting. Come on. That's not how defamation lawsuits work. If you are talking about someone, but no one knows who you're talking about, and no reasonable person would know who you're talking about, then yes, that would be correct. That is, you wouldn't be able to sue someone for defamation if no reasonable person would have assumed that they were talking about you. That's not how defamation lawsuits work, though. That's not what happened here. You're pretending like this is the reason why you can't sue her, but the reason you can't sue her is probably because she hasn't said anything false about you online. You can't sue someone for defamation if what they said is accurate and true. If a reasonable person, I mean, the general rule of thumb for most legal standards on most things are reasonable person, X, Y, and Z. If a reasonable person would have assumed that her post was about you, and I think her later posts mostly clarify that, and also the fact that you addressed it. If a reasonable person would have assumed that she was talking about you, you absolutely could sue her. You're not suing her because lawsuits fucking suck. Courts suck. Going through the legal system, period, sucks. It's also really expensive. And you probably, if you have spoken to one lawyer, they probably told your ass, you're not going to fucking win this case, you moron. She's accusing you of sexual abuse, which I believe in, I think in Texas is, or in general is per se, which means you don't necessarily have to prove damages. Although he could easily prove damages if he genuinely did lose sponsors over these allegations. And if he did end up getting kicked from OTK because of these allegations, although he says that he didn't. So not only one, could he prove damages, but two, he wouldn't even need to prove damages because the accusations against him are of such a, high bar. Like they're such severe accusations. The reason you're not going to sue her is because any lawyer that you speak to is going to tell you, okay, well, lawyer-client privilege. Obviously, you can tell your lawyer anything, and it stays between you guys. Hey, did you actually do any of these things? And I'm sure that if you did do any of them, they would have told your ass, you're not going to win this fucking lawsuit. In discovery, and under oath, with risk of perjury, or like under threat of perjury, you're not going to win this lawsuit, bro. There's no point in trying to win this lawsuit. That's why you're not going to sue her. Because it would be a waste of your fucking money, because you're not going to win. Although I don't even know if he's smart enough to talk to a lawyer if he's fucking saying this shit. As if also the universe you have to live in, by the way, to think this is crazy. That over the decades of defamation lawsuits, not once has a case appeared in front of a judge where a lawyer has used the amazing loophole. Well, Your Honor, my client actually didn't mention them by name. Yeah. No, they didn't mention that my name, Your Honor. Everyone knows who they were talking about, but they should be free to go. Am I right or what? Do you really believe that? Do you live in that world where this has never like happened in front of a judge? Or that this has happened in front of a judge and the judge was like, oh my God. Well, I know what the tweet was talking about, and everybody else knows what the tweet was talking about. But you're so right. Yeah, you're free to go. Lawyers hate this one simple trick. What universe are we living in? What the fuck? Your Honor, my fingers were crossed behind my back. Oh, for real? Damn, how did he find this loophole? Like, what the fuck? That's crazy to me. That's insane to me. That's not how that works. That only works if no one knows for certain who that person could be talking about. Like if I made a tweet saying like, someone came in my house and clogged my toilet and stole my cats. No one would know who I was talking about. No one would know. Yep, it was Moon that clogged my toilets. Fuck, guys, I'm sorry. It's the truth. Okay, I'm sorry, man. You just really had to poop. No one would know who that was about. So yeah, no one could claim defamation against me because no reasonable person would be able to even try to put two and two together and understand who that was about. That's not the case here. There's enough peripheral stuff and enough peripheral tweets and messages and commentary that I think most people sort of knew. The reason you're not pursuing the lawsuit is because it's not worth the money because you're not going to win.
The legal system to prove defamation to begin with, and them never saying your name a single time also makes it even harder. It was a fucking nightmare. It was, and still is, a fucking nightmare. It blows because getting away with this scot-free is very frustrating to me that is what happening. Sorry, guys, I'm very stressed about this. For that is what is happening to Pink. And it just really boggles the mind how people didn't.
I'm a #1 Tectone hater, but defamation is a tough case. Again, I'm super Tectone hater. My logs in any of his friend circles, I constantly hate this guy. Even if she said his name, still a tough case. Not necessarily because the reason defamation lawsuits are difficult is because generally speaking, defamation lawsuits, you have to prove malice and you have to prove damages. But there is such a thing as defamation per se, which you don't have to prove that stuff. Malice or negligence to the truth, yes. Where defamation per se is basically you wrote something or you said something so bad and so damning to someone's character that in and of itself, that is against the law. So yeah, saying someone has an STD is per se. You don't have to prove that you were damaged by someone lying and saying you had an STD. All you have to do is prove that they said that. And I believe that they knew it was a lie. So defamation lawsuits are difficult when you have to prove damages. Defamation is a lot less difficult, obviously, when it's per se. Would that be what Ethan is doing to Hassan? I mean, I think a lot of people have a good claim or a good case of a good case against Ethan Klein for defamation. I think there's a lot of people. I think honestly, like Hassan might have a good case. I think he's done enough. I think like Dan Clancy, for example, getting called a pedophile by Ethan Klein, he has a good case for it. I think honestly, like Rogan probably has a good case. It's about the fact that it's like lawsuits take a lot of time and money. That's why. It's just like a very long process, and it literally takes years. There's no way to make a lawsuit go faster unless you get an early settlement, which a lot of people don't want to settle because usually it's a lot of money. So yeah, like the reason people don't want to sue other people is because it's just too much work. That's it. Audio chatter here and listen while I'm at work. Finally got to a point where I can chat, but what I want to say was John here said he likes talking about our words and ends up talking about himself a lot. Coincidence? I think not. No. The self-report, dude. All right, let's keep going.
And put that together where, yeah, I wonder why she's not saying his name.